Let's paint something, you guys. Let's paint something. My name is Jose Trujillo. I'm an artist. I'm the world's greatest living artist, for that matter. And we're gonna paint something, you guys. Okay? We're gonna paint something. No joke. Let's do this. Hope everybody's doing great. Let's do this, baby. Hey, baby, baby, baby. Let's do this. Paint sunflowers. Oh, I love sunflowers. Well, I got a little something right now that I'm gonna paint, but I will eventually get to sunflowers. I always do. Good morning from the Philippines. What's happening? Good morning, Margaret. Good morning. Good morning. Well, this is afternoon now here in the States. Some places it's later than others. I imagine it's well here it's almost 5, so I would imagine it's like 8 p.m. in New York. Is it 8 or 9 p.m.? Which is why some people tell me it's a hard time. It's hard for them to bid on my work because it's late. But make an effort, you guys. Make an effort. Stay up late, or lose out on my precious baby work. Precious little baby. Look at that. 7:45 in Virginia. Good night from Ecuador. Love that. Desde el Ecuador. What is it? Wait, I'm in every artist is the greatest. We're gonna say yes just for today. Admire your confidence, even if it's up to the top. It's gotta be right. It's gotta be the right thing. You gotta be extra confident, even if you're wrong. I want to be right in my wrongness, even if you're wrong. You gotta be extra confident. By the way, you gotta give extra confidence to others too, especially the people that you love, right? You gotta be like, man, dude, you're the best because you're my homie. You know, there's no one else like you in the world because you're my homie. You gotta tell your lady that too. There's no one else in the world like you, baby. Gotta tell her like some of that. What do they call that? What's her name? Rihanna. Some of that Rihanna stuff. I only got eyes for you because not just because I love you, but because you're the only thing I see, baby. You're the only thing I see. Ooh la la. Talk about confidence, man. Give someone confidence. Extra salty. Look at that. I hear you, Vato. Love that. Is this the first live today? I think it's the second live painting. But the first one didn't count because it was lousy. I was opening the door a lot. I had to go get a. I was busy, and so I would leave it alone and then come back to it, and leave it alone, come back to it. It was a lousy one, so we're gonna say it didn't count. Also, my homies didn't show up right away. You know, it took a little while, and so when they started showing up, I had to leave. This Instagram algorithm is rubbing me the wrong way, but I'm gonna let it be. Look at that. Ooh la la. You know, I was talking some ish earlier. I did a live where I was talking some ish. I was saying, what was I saying? Something in the lines that we're not really perfectionists and all that good stuff. What happens is you know, our work is hard, and so we dance around it rather than get it done. And so I was just saying, you know, don't feel bad, guys. Anyone who's trying to do anything, whatever the endeavor is, don't feel bad. You're not alone. Look, I love doing this, and God knows there's moments where I'm like, oh my God, I'm so tired of this. Because you gotta be tired of it. It's because it's tiring, right? But the value of doing it is so much greater. So you fight through your you know, the laziness or whatever it is, right? Whatever it is, you fight through it. What do they say? Build a discipline so that yeah, build a discipline so that the discipline shows up when you don't want to, right? Look at that. Ooh la la. That is magnifique. Magnifique. I love that. Good-ish. It is good-ish. And I love having everyone here. Because I know the real ones are here. That's why. I know the real ones are here. Hey, did you guys see that I got to toot my own horn, by the way? Did you guys see that I got recognized in the what do they call it? Hispanic Heritage Month on Everything But the House? Dude, those cats over there are selling a lot of my work on Everything But the House. Everything But the House. They're an auctioneer in where are they at? I think they're in Boston. I want to say they're in Boston. Are they in Boston? I'm not sure if they're in Boston, but their offices are in Chicago. Some of their offices. They might be in Chicago. Who knows? Well, I talked to people in Chicago, in their Chicago office. Dude, I was excited. What is it? You and laziness is the same sentence? Lol. I don't think in the same sentence. I don't think so. Love that. Love the colors. Those colors are really nice. Chico says, hello my friend. How are you? I'm doing great. Doing great. Thank you so much. Well, thank you, Margaret. Yeah, I was excited. I was like, man, we're gonna do something amazing, mundo. Just give it time. Watch. Just give it time. In no time, the world's gonna realize the world's greatest living artist. In no time. Just give it some time. All good things require time, which is we like to we like to pressure things, you know. We like to get them out. We're like, man, come on, out. But I found out that all good things require time. It's just that, you know, we love getting everything out fast. We live in a world where fast is the way to measure. It's the metric. The metric for anything successful, especially in a modern capitalist world, fast is the metric. Fast, right? Speed. If you can do things fast. But I think we can't forget about taking our time also. Some things you have to take your time. You know, you have to take your time. A career, yeah, you can build something fast, but you also have to take your time, I think. I'm afraid of a career where you know, you show up and it's like, oh my God, you're all over the place. But then, you know, 20, 30 years later, nobody remembers you. You know what reminds me of that? Like some of the musicians, some of the rock bands or musicians, or any type of musician, that they were going very fast, and all of a sudden no one remembers them. And if you give it more time, even less people are going to remember them. As you give it more time, even less people remember them. And I ask myself that. Why are we in such a hurry? I saw that. Congratulations. Thank you so much, Diana. What am I going to paint? I'm painting a little landscape here. A little, you know, just a little. So it's an imaginary landscape for the most part, but not so imaginary because I've seen this 1,000 times in Arizona. I've seen it many times. This view, but I've seen it in many different ways. I think that's one of the reasons I can paint so many of them, because they're evergreen. They're always changing. They're very fresh. It might look like the same thing, but it isn't. You know, there's always something that wasn't there. Something that, you know, just kind of pops in there, and it's like, man, where was that? Or where is that? Where is that in Arizona? I don't know. I live in Tucson, but it could be Tucson. It could be somewhere else. It could be Gilbert. I don't know. Could it be Gilbert? I don't know. Could be Phoenix. Could be Phoenix. Not the city, but outside, right? The outskirts. Hell, it could be California for all I know. Could be Califas over there. We never know. We'll never find out. No one will. I think that's what makes art so intriguing. That there's something anonymous about it. You know, it's in your face, but it's also anonymous. Feels that way, anyways. I that's what drives me to artwork personally. That dance between it's real and it's not. You know, you see any painting, you're like, wait a minute. Or when you watch a movie, right? You're like, it's real, but it's not. Or it's really nicely expressed in theater. You know, you go, I don't know, any, right? You go watch Les Mis, and You know, you see, who is it? Cosette? Is it Cosette crying? And Jean Valjean, you know, doing his thing. And you could cry and you could be like, man, this is so real, but it's not. They're all pretending. They're all pretending. Everyone's pretending, putting a story together. But it moves you, right? It shakes you. It shakes you. It could be anything. You know, again, I personally like that one. But it could be Carmen. It could be one of my favorite ones is a long forgotten one. Faust and the Devil. It always makes me think. That one makes me think. That one's a little more philosophical. It makes me think. Look at that. In the moment, very intuitive strokes, free. Absolutely. Just completely in the moment. You know, immerse in the moment without thinking about past or future. And because you can't mess anything up, right? You can only mess things up if you look back or if you look forward. If you're right there, you can't mess it up. There is no way. It's impossible to mess it up if you're paying attention. You only mess it up when you're not paying attention. It's impossible. Also, I'm not doing rocket science and I'm not operating heavy machinery. I'm just doing a little picture. I'm not operating on someone's heart or... I'm not... Guys, it's a painting. I'm not doing open heart surgery here. Wish I got paid the same. But it's a painting. It's a little picture. It's a fun little picture. I love it. Thank you. Let's do another one. I'm gonna paint another one. This is our first. We're gonna call it a real live today. Real one. Look at that, Trujillo. And we're gonna keep doing things till we make some noise. You know, it might take some time to make some noise. Who knows? But I think it's important to do things until we make some noise, whatever that is. And so, what do I mean by making some noise? I don't know. Getting someone to pay attention to what's happening here. Making some artwork. Making some artwork. Let me put this away so that I can get a fresh canvas. Okay, let's do uno más. And let's do the same size because that size, maybe I have too many canvases of that size and I want to get rid of them. Who knows? It pulls me. This canvas size is pulling me right now. It's asking for more. There we go. Somewhere like that. You guys let me know because I think that looks pretty good. Alright, my brother would say when he was learning English, instead of saying pretty good, he would say pretty good. That's siblings, right? We're such butts with each other sometimes. Every time he was around, I'd be like pretty good. He didn't know what I meant by it though. I'd be like, come here, pretty good. Oh man. Like if my English was top notch, but it was in comparison, right? It was. So I used to call him Mr. Pretty Good. Look at that. And I'm gonna wave at a couple of people here. Consider yourself waved at by the world's greatest living artist. Look at that. There we go. So today was the first time I heard, thanks to TikTok, it was the first time I heard Anthony Quinn speak in Spanish. I've never heard him speak Spanish. I know he was Mexican. I know he's from Chihuahua, but I've never heard him speak Spanish. I don't know. Never heard him before. And today was the first time. My eyes were open when I heard him speak Spanish. I was like, what? He speaks Spanish? I guess he does. Or did. Not does, did. Look at that. Yeah, TikTok has been teaching me some interesting stuff, good and bad. Look at that, guys. So the whole thing is the reason why the brushwork matters so much is because there's no desperate motion with it. I think that's the key. You have to lay the brushstroke down in almost how would it be? Almost slow motion, but without overthinking. It almost has to be a slow motion. Ain't it weird? Look. And then you can pause. Look, you can pause like I'm pausing right here. Pause like that. And then your hand will tell you what to do. It's the funniest things. The funniest things you can learn when you're painting a lot is your body knows what to do. All you got to do is put your mind aside and your body will know what to do. And if you can't put your mind aside, it's okay. Don't try to put it aside. Just paint some more. And as you're painting some more, your mind will take a step back. It'll take a back seat. It'll realize that it's not welcome. Not because it's bad or anything. No, because the mind is a backseat driver. That's really what it is. It's constantly telling you how to drive and put your seatbelt on. Oh my God, you're going too fast. Oh my God, brake. It's constantly messing with your mind, with your mind, with your entire being. And when you're painting, the more you're painting, after a few hours, you do that every day, maybe 1 or 2 hours every day. The more you do it, extended period of time, you're going to find out something very interesting. It takes a back seat. But here's another interesting fact, because I believe this is a fact. Once it takes a back seat, it doesn't take a back seat forever. Every day you show up, it wants to drive. And so every day it has to take a seat. It has to take a back seat again every day because your mind wants to drive. It's your ego, right? It's the mind. It wants to drive. It wants to tell you how to paint, how to move, and it doesn't tell you just how to do it. It tells you you're doing it insufficiently, and you're doing it wrong. But most importantly, you're doing it in an insufficient way. It reminds you that you're not good enough, or that you're not enough, that you're not a good painter, or that you're there's something insufficient. It might not be wrong. It's just insufficient. It just doesn't measure up. That's what the mind does. It's a tricky little fucker. And so every day you have to. What I do is that I outwork it, and so it takes a step back. I outwork it. At some point, it gives up. Once it realizes that I'm not moving from the easel, it realizes that, almost like a trained dog that knows you're not gonna feed him that, or you're not gonna take him, you're not gonna let him lead or whatever. I almost think of it as a trained dog. You kind of train it, but every day, but it's never fully trained. Every day you have to remind it through your effort to stay back. I've been painting full time for the past 10 years, and I promise you, the battle is daily. It's daily. Every day it wants to drive, and I have to outwork it. Every day it's bothering me. It's telling me my brushstroke is not right, my themes, the way I paint, and I'm not even I won't even mention like getting compensated for my artwork. Forget about it. It tells me that I'm starving. My mind tells me that all kinds of weird stuff. People don't value me. Da 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 da. I'm killing myself over here, and no one's really buying my work. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. And so I have to outwork it so that it stays quiet. It's a funny thing. It's almost like an angry child that wants to just bother you. Isn't it weird? Am I the only one who goes through that? The flow comes when you paint. More I have found. Yeah, the more you paint, the more flow you have. That's really the birthplace of flow is the action, and the consistent, persistent action. How did you become a full-time painter? So the way that I did it was that I stopped waiting for things to be right, and I just allowed things to happen in any possible way. So what I would do normally is I would paint something and then wait to put it in in the right gallery, in the right place. There's nothing wrong with that. I was just fed up with it because there was too much perfectionism going on in my life. And so I was fed up with waiting for the right gallery or the right buyer. And so one day I just told myself, if I want to make this thing happen, I got to take every opportunity that comes my way, everything and anything. Now that's a great strategy, but sooner or later, again, your mind will start messing with you and telling you you're taking everything. Don't take everything. Don't honor your work more, honor yourself more. But what it's really saying, it's being upset that you're not taking into consideration all the things that most artists do, which is if I sell a painting here for $500, what is that going to mean for my career? Oh my God, no, that means that I can never sell anything ever under $500, or I could, God forbid, you auction your work. You can't do that. No. It's a big no because what I had to do is that I had to stop thinking about my self-image. See, if you remove your self-image from it, you have a lot more freedom. But you have to remove your self-image. What are people going to think? Oh my God, how am I going to be perceived as an artist if I'm, so and so? And so the way that I started selling my work is that I just started taking any opportunity. I stopped saying no to opportunities. How do you have fun, right? How do you have fun? Let's say you go to a club. How do you have fun? You will never have fun in a club. Let's say those people that go clubbing. I remember when I used to go. You'll never have fun if all you're doing is waiting for the right people to be around you, or the people that you think are the people that should be around you. Man, I party with the weirdest people, man. And it was the funnest thing ever. People that weren't part of my circles, or didn't listen to the music I liked, or didn't dress the way I liked, or didn't think or talked or walked or anything the way I like or the way I did. And that's how I made some of my best friends, some of the best friendships. That's how you have fun, right? You allow things to happen, and in other words, you don't criticize so much about the outcome. You leave the outcome alone. Let the outcome happen. Andrew says the struggle is real. Yeah. And so you kind of just have to let it go. I know it sounds like cheesy puffs, but that's the reality. At least that's been the reality with me. Just let stuff go. Let stuff go. Do your best, whatever that is. I don't know what that is. Such a weird concept when people say do your best, right? Because usually it means like do your best in your mind, but it's not your best in your mind. Do your best in your hands. It's really what it means. Do everything you can. I think that's what doing your best is. Do everything you can, not everything you would like to do. Do everything you can. Everything that is truly in your power. The only thing that is truly in your power is showing up in the time that you've allowed yourself to show up and do some work, and that's it. That's the only thing you cannot control that the painting is going to be great or extremely unique, or oh my god, this is such a new revolutionary thing that I'm painting. You're probably not going to be able to control any of that. The only thing you can control is, hey, it's 3 p.m. or 9 a.m. or whatever. I'm going to pick up that brush and I'm going to put some paint on the canvas. And I don't really know what that's going to look like, but I'm going to do it. That's the only thing you can control. And if you learn how to control that, I think you're golden. Yeah. You're welcome. You're good to go. Off to the races. I think it's a very satisfying career. You're a full-time artist. It's a very demanding, just like anything else, right? And not anything else like a job. It's not demanding like a job. It's about 10 times more demanding than a job. Because anytime you work for yourself is extremely demanding. But that's the price, right? What you want to pay attention to is the value, not the price. What do you get out of it? What do you get out of it that you're willing to put all that time and all that energy and all that effort and all that learning? What are you getting out of it? And once you make that commitment, whatever it is that you're getting out of it and that you're okay with it, or maybe you're not getting anything out of it but you wish to get something out of it at some point, once that commitment is made, then that's it. Now the only thing is you have to stick with that. You have to stick to that commitment, right? That's the only thing left. Maybe you get nothing out of it other than the satisfaction of doing the thing that brings you the most joy, or doing something that it's yours. That you say, you know what, I get to choose to do this every morning. Every morning I wake up, I'm the architect of my destiny. Something like that. You tell yourself one of those cheesy quotes to make yourself feel better. Whatever it is. I think it just feels good to do something. It doesn't matter what it is. Do something every day. Whether it's your full-time job or not, have a practice that you put in, that you can put in, I don't know, between 4 and 6 hours a day. That's not a hobby. That's a practice. A hobby is something you do when you feel like it. But you got good at it. You did it for an extended period of time till you got somewhat okay or good at it, and now you just do it whenever you feel like it. That's a hobby. A practice is something you do, and when you get good at it, you keep doing it anyways. You never stop. You do it till you I don't know, till you die or till you can't do it anymore. That's a practice. And so if you want to make a transition, a living as an artist, I would say the very first thing is create a practice.
Yeah? It's 5 o'clock already. I know, I'm just finishing the one I'm on. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, just create a practice. And thank you, Marcel. Just create a practice and you're good to go. Oh la la, look at that painting. And is it? Yeah, my professor said 4 to 6 hours a day. Yeah, 4 to 6 hours a day and you'll be golden. Eric says then I need 32 hours a day. Yeah. I hear that. No one has enough of that precious asset we like to call time. No one has enough of it. We all have enough of it, but you know, our minds tell us we don't have enough of it. My mind is telling me that every day. Oh my God, there's not enough time. The reality is that there is. It's just, you know.
And Yelito's getting antsy, so I'm gonna finish it.
More days than not, you want to do it. You know, sometimes it's very hard to do stuff every day. But more days than not, right? If you do it more days than not. Now, if you want to be, you know, bananas like me, you're gonna want to do it at least 12 hours a day. But not everybody's bananas, and I don't expect anybody to be bananas. I'm bananas, but that's me, right? I'm bananas. There's days that I ask myself, why am I doing this again? And you know, and then I answer myself because it's pretty fun, dude. That's why you signed up to it. It's just that you're complaining when it gets hard. That's all. But you like doing this. You know, would you go work for someone else? I ask myself that, and I'm like, nah, I wouldn't want to go work for someone else. I'm good. Or would you start something else? Would you start a business? And then I think about it and I'm like, nah, I'm good. It's just that I like to complain when it gets difficult. Who doesn't?
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Let's see. Diana says kids are in my way again. Lol. Every time I pick it up and start painting, their schedule needs to get harder. Yeah. So it's because it's so damn hard. Putting something together, it is. Beautiful painting, by the way. Happy colors. Thank you so much. Let me put you guys here if you guys want to see how I mix some of that white, because I'm about to mix some white. It's just difficult, you know. There's days that I'm like, man, like today I was running around. You know, I went to the dealership, turned in the rental, and then got my car back. And all that stuff takes time, right? Pick up the kid from school. All those things take time. But what are we gonna do? Gotta do what we gotta do.
Do you want to put this brown?
Let's make some color, some white. Hey.
Oh, I forgot to ask you. This time I forgot.
Que gacho.
That's what you get because you were like, oh, I always forget people.
No. I get it.
Diosito was like,
¿Sabes qué? Diosito was like, you had enough sugar. That's what Diosito said. Let's see, Andrew says, my full-time job gets in the way. No new car. No new car yet. We pay when we can. Yeah, no new car yet. But yeah, I'm gonna have to get a new car. I was talking to you guys about that. Not because I have to, but because I want to. This car works fine. But it seems like new cars after 5 years they start giving you shit. They're giving me shit. And so I was talking to you guys about that the other day. I was like, man, I feel like I can't keep a car for more than 5 years. I don't get bothered. I get irritated. I get pissed.
we also ran a lot of miles on it in 6 years. It has like 100,000 miles.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we drive a lot. And we use it for work, you know? The whole thing's for work. The whole thing's for work. And so yeah, I have to get a new one. We'll see. Oops. Look at that. Do you ever use water-based oils? No. You only use soft white? I only use soft white. Love that brand of paint. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Love a deduction. I'm so afraid of deductions. I get super afraid of all that stuff. I think Uncle Sam is a gangster, and so I treat him like the way I would treat a mob boss, with a lot of respect, and I try not to cross him. That's how I treat Uncle Sam. I think he's a real gangster, and so I try to walk as straight as I can. Hola. Look at that. He's a capo de capi. Capo de capi. Oh yeah, he liked the other one better. He liked the rental. Yeah, who doesn't like a new car? All of a sudden it feels smaller, huh? And it feels sad when you get back to your old car. Feel a little sad. What is it? It's a great analogy. Look at that. There we go.
Mom, can you take like a 5-second break from here?
Yeah, you need some help?
Can you put the boxes, the paperwork boxes?
Yeah, give me a second, guys. Give me a second. Paperwork boxes.
You know what? I feel like
Oh. Yeah, no, I got it. Give me a second, guys. I gotta place some boxes. my friends, I apologize for that. I left you guys hanging here. First time watcher, what do you mix? Walnut oil. It's walnut oil. Very relaxing. Technology, new cars, yeah. My friends, today I pinned for 109 minutes. Nice. My friends, I gotta go. I gotta take my my wife home, and no te nos pierdas. No te pierdas. I'll be back because I'm gonna record more, but I do have to drive her home, and not because I need to drive her, but I need to drop off some boxes. They're pretty heavy. I don't want her carrying them. So I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Thank you so much for hanging out, and I'll come back today in about maybe an hour. All right, peace out.